Now y'all get it. Find a fucking Lee. It took you long enough. How many times have I said I act dumb about Wood like Sumatra act dumb about my dad? Like, just dumb. Just, you deserve so much better. I deserve so much better. Right? And then, how many times have you said, well, Wood and your family doing the same thing? Wood do the same thing they do. I've been saying this. So this all goes back to childhood trauma. This is one of my favorite topics because I've learned so much about it. I'm still learning. And I'm on a journey to create whole kids, even though I am broken on the inside. I always say I'm broken. I always speak about being hurt. And this is one of the reasons why I love Rod Wave. I'm very clear. I know how to effectively communicate. I'm not crazy. I'm not bipolar. I'm not going through postpartum depression. I'm not having a mental breakdown. I am 100% sane. When you are sane and the other people around you are insane, they try to tell you that you're crazy, because if I tell you the truth, it's going to make you look at yourself. And when you look at yourself and you see this ugly truth, you're not going to like yourself because you're not yet ready to fix it. So it's better for me to say, oh, you crazy. Oh, it's something wrong with her. Go get her. Because I don't want this truth out. When truth is, if you face the truth, then you can heal. If you look back at your generational curses, aka your learned behaviors, you'll see what you need to do to change it. And if you are more intentional, you can change it. My whole life journey right now is to create whole kids. I want my kids to grow up whole. Yes, they have trauma, but if we talk about trauma, like the traumatic experiences they had, it won't be their trauma. It might be a trauma for you, but for them it's not. My children are able to vocalize themselves. I explain to my children why. And I make my children ask why. I love that about them. Would be like, they always gotta ask why. Because I said so. That shit don't fly in my house. No, why? And because I said so, or because I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, is not the answer. Explain why. My kids are also not allowed to say, I don't know. No, you know why you feel that way. Why do you feel that way? And we get to the root. You gotta go to the root. When your roots won't get it together, then you gotta cut it at the root. Even if that means telling their business to the point where they want to fight you, where they want to call people and baker at you and say, you're crazy, just to silence you. That's the whole goal. And that's why a lot of us have so much trauma, is because we weren't able to speak about it and learn from it and learn how to process and communicate. We were whooped for wanting to harm ourselves instead of ask why. When people violated us, we were told, you got to excuse them because that's family, right? You can't expose family. Even if family is hurting you, even if it's your own mom and your own dad, that's still your mama. That's still your daddy. So my intent with this type of content, just to be clear, it still goes back to my original 3 E's. 1, education. I love to educate. You're always going to learn some new shit over here. I'm getting all kinds of emails, text messages, voicemails, people crying. They're being educated. Education is empowerment. Okay? Secondly, we have entertainment. Bitch, I'm funny, hilarious, I'm dramatic. It's like, you're going to be entertained. Y'all feel like y'all watching a movie, and this is my real life. Entertainment is always a goal of mine when I create any video. That's always been my original goal. And lastly, my 3rd E that I always tell you about is to elevate. I don't want you to stay in the trauma. I want you to deal with it so it will no longer be traumatic for you, so you can heal and move on to the next stage in life. We must elevate in order to elevate our kids, because that's who it's for. It's for the generations to come after us. Your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids should not experience these things. They should know how to effectively communicate. They should know they don't wear shame. If somebody violated you, guess what? It's the violator's shame, not yours. My children know that. If I get on the internet and act the fool and be up here cussing, crying, it does not affect my children negatively, because that's mine to carry, not theirs. Also, mommy is not ashamed of that. Mommy is doing this because of what? What's her intent? They know the intent behind it. And they understand, we're able to effectively communicate. So I just want to leave you all with that. I'm going to still talk about this topic. But as far as these people, they have been my example. And I've gotten a lot of revenge, without having to say I'm going to put my hands on them. I'm showing up at their house. I don't got to fight, baby. I don't fight. Like I told that girl in Jerk Hut, I don't fight. Baby, I don't fight. I'm not gonna fight y'all. I promise. Y'all have a great day. A phenomenal day.